Well, hello, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another weekend. Yes, we have finally arrived at Friday. Hope you're all doing well, whether you're watching live in the chat or catching up on demand. Hope you've had a good week. The weekend is here and we are back for some more F1 Manager content and continuing our Maserati series, of course. And this race actually marks the halfway point of the season. So this is race 10. And if you know the series, then you'll know this already. But if you're new to the series, we're doing a 20 race calendar this year. So this being the 10th race will mean we are at the halfway stage once we have completed this race. And we are in Silverstone today. And as you can see, not ideal for our drivers. We've qualified P16 with Colapinto. Probably is where the car is at the moment. We've been outperforming the car really the last 3 races with Colapinto and Maloney. But Colapinto qualified P16. As I say, I think the car's about P13, P16 on a good day. Maloney P18, but he is going to start at the back because we're going to take a new ERS. And that's because, as I say, we've got 20 races this season. This is the 10th race, and one of his ERS already down to 32%, so can't really use that because we need to get it through practice, of course, as well. And the second ERS down to 85%. So because he qualified 18th, is a good opportunity for us to take a new ERS and take that penalty because, as I say, starting 18th and 22nd, not really too much difference. So that's why Maloney's going to take a penalty. So we'll see how we go. We have scored points in the last 3 races in a row, which is magnificent for where this car is. But as I say, again, qualifying 16th and Maloney going to the back of the grid, I don't think we're going to have such luck today. But who knows? It is going to be a 2-stop strategy for both drivers. Slightly different in the approach. Soft for Colapinto, then mediums, then softs. Maloney's going to start on the mediums, then softs. The reason I did that, I didn't want to match the strategy in case they end up on the same piece of racetrack and then we have to double stack or extend one of them, which may lose them time. So Maloney due to stop around about lap 22. Colapinto lap 16. It's Silverstone today. Let's not delay and let's crack on and get this one underway. And there we go, the warning then for that penalty that Maloney is going to take. And let's get into it. I'd say, hope you're all doing well in the chat.
Well,
hope you had a good week.
It's not long until we get
looking
started
forward
here,
to the weekend.
and we should be
Starts
in for
now.
a tightly contested race. Amidst the noise of anticipation
Finley,
is high,
hello, buddy.
and
How are
the
you?
drivers are ready for this.
Here we go then,
The
Silverstone,
British
4
Grand Prix.
lights, 5 and
And
underway
lights
very
out,
quickly with
and away
Russell
we
on
go.
pole in front of his home crowd. As I said, Maloney is going to start last, and we've not started them off on the pool in attack. That's a rookie error from us. So let's shape that up pretty quickly. And here we go, Maloney pit lane start then, as we took that new part under part firme conditions. So Maloney, it's going to be quite a delayed start, that is, from a pit lane, isn't it? That's a very slow start. So Maloney is, what, 4 or 5 seconds off the back of the grid here.
Yeah, by this 6 seconds.
Carlotto, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. So, yeah, that's not ideal for Maloney. Colapinto started 16th, remained 16th. Let's have a look at tyres as we always... Oh, wow. It's pretty boring, isn't it? Everyone on softs from 1st to 20th, and then we've got Behrman and Maloney 21st to 22nd on the medium, so not much difference in the tyre strategy on this first stint at least. Colapinto on the outside then of Jack Doohan, and we are moving up to P15. But we've already near enough lost a second to Stroll there. So we take another look at that one.
Take a look now. Heading into Cops.
On the old start,
opens up
finish straight and around the outside. Lovely work from Franco then, up to 15th. Julian, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Maloney is slowly closing that gap to the back of the grid. He's using a lot of battery to do it, though. Colapinto really needs to get onto this group of cars, because if we lose DRS after a lap, well, don't gain it when it now opens after the first lap, that's going to be a bit of a struggle. But it looks like we have gained on them now. All right, let's get our tyres to settle down a bit. Let's use the DRS and see what we can do with Franco Colapinto. Bortoletto riding high in the top 10. And we will get DRS. Yes, indeed. Right. But yeah, I don't think we've got a chance of points today, but who knows? Or we might have a... It's really what Stroll can do in that Aston. We could probably fight everyone else. You would expect the 2 McLarens, the 2 Ferraris, 2 Mercedes and 2 Red Bulls to occupy the top 8, which they are doing. Alonso probably P9 as he is doing, and then it's whether Stroll can get to 10th. So maybe we could fight for P10. Depends, as I say, a lot on Lance Stroll, really. Maloney still 3.8 off the back of the grid, so that's going to be a bit of a struggle for him, isn't it? But he's just got to manage his pace, see what he can do back there.
Try to slow down a bit.
Of course, quite a bit of a quiet weekend because we've got no Formula 1 action. Treated to that triple header. No Formula 1, actual Formula 1 this weekend. And we've got a big, I'll say, hold up really. From Albon's got past Bortoleto. Bortoleto really going slow here. Yeah, Bortoletto's overtaken by Albon. Albon's already pulled nearly 2 seconds on him, so everyone's got to try and clear Bortoleto very quickly here, as that could cost anyone a chance of a point, which Albon will very much enjoy that at the moment because he's building a nice buffer. Albon in 10th getting past Bortoleto, he's already pulled 2.3 seconds, so he can use Bortoleto to pull a gap. You'd expect Pierre Gasly to be getting past Bortoleto, and he does. So Colapinto, 15th. Bortoleto now 12th. It's Sainz and Stroll in between us. Maloney still 4 seconds off the back of the grid. So that is going to be a very lonely race for Maloney at this stage. And Colapinto has lost a bit of time as well here. Just need to get back into that DRS. Crucial we don't lose it. Crazy Kai, hello buddy. No, this is not Lotus. We started a new series, a Maserati series, and yes, it is the 2025 mod. Hope you're well, Crazy Kai. CNR, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Colapinto's going to have to use a bit of battery here because he's dropped out of the DRS to Sainz and Stroll. Addy, hey buddy, how's it going? And if you are jumping into the stream, you haven't already, do smash that like button. It really helps me out. Colapinto should get DRS again now. Crazy Kai going to get PC soon, so we'll also be able to download the mod. Good stuff, buddy. Dylan, thanks for the follow. Yeah, Maloney 4 laps in, starting from the pit lane, and he can't close to the back of the grid. He's still 4 seconds off, so that's a little bit worrying, I would suggest. Let's just see, though. He is on the mediums, of course, so let's just hope this stint works out for him. Let's say we did qualify 16th and 18th without Maloney taking that penalty, so points is unlikely today, but what on earth is going on here? Bortoletto's got back past Gasly, and we're nearly 4 wide, but Colapinto is sneaking or trying to sneak past Carlos Sainz. 2 wide here. We're going to get DRS, but everyone's going to have DRS apart from Bortoletto, who leads this, 6 cars here? And Sainz reclaims that position, or holds on to it at least. And we have to stay in 15th. And Jack Doohan is still very much with us as well. They're using a lot more tyre life than us. 7%, Sainz more than us, Doohan 7% more, Stroll 4%, Bortoletto 9%. So yeah, Maloney might come good later on actually. Let's just wait and see. Verstappen leads. It's very close between the top 6 in the Drivers' Championship here, so this could be a very exciting Drivers' Championship. Not that we're involved in that part of it, but could be interesting. Addy, 1 stop possible today. Potentially with Maloney, yes. Maloney is on the medium. So we could, because we have got a hard tyre. So we could switch him to that. Is considerably slower, it shows. Oh, we already had it there, look. But yeah, definitely got the option to do that with Maloney. So we've got options with Maloney. So we'll see how the race goes. But yeah, Colapinto 2-stop because he's starting on that soft. But Maloney, definitely one stop is an option with him. So we'll just see how this first stint goes, and then we'll decide whether to 2-stop or 1-stop him. Obviously, it might depend on a safety car. If we get an early safety car, then he might go to the 2-stopper. If not, we'll hang it out for a 1-stop. But he's currently 5 seconds off 21st, so not got the pace at the moment. As I say, he's not used much tyre life compared to those around him. Russell now takes the lead. There is, what is going on out front? The top 8 settled by 3 seconds. Top 9 by 5 seconds, and we're on lap 6. There's a madness going on up front. Look at this. If only, hey, after 6 laps we could see fighting like that. It's pretty congested here. From first down to 8th. Alonso's kind of on his own, then Albon's on his own, and then it's same here, congested basically from Bortoleto down to Behrman near enough. I'm going to ask Colapinto to go a bit more aggressive on the overtakes. Lap 6 then, 75%, Science 70%, so they're starting to use less of their tyres by the looks of it. But yeah, let's see, we're losing a bit of pace again to them here. Yeah, there is a DRS train actually from Bortoleto all the way down to Ocon. So 11th to 20th is in a DRS train at the moment. Very congested. And quick pit stops are going to be key, and we haven't really got the quickest of pit stops at the moment. We're just losing a bit of pace of Colapinto at the moment, it seems. Bortoleto, who seems to, he might have been the cork in the bottle, is now in 13th. I think Bortoleto is definitely going backwards. What's his tyre life now? 63%, yeah, so he's used 10% more tyre life than us. I think if he can't catch up, then definitely possible going on the hards. Yeah, definitely. I don't think he is going to catch up in this first stint, to be fair. 5.7 off the back of them, so Maloney struggling. But it's hard to tell because apart from Behrman, he's the only one on the mediums, and he's used 9% less than Behrman, so let's just wait and see. Play the slow game with Maloney. Verstappen has reclaimed the lead, but it's still first to 8th. They're still in the DRS train. And we're due to stop lap 16 with Colapinto, lap 22 with Maloney. So plenty of time to go until our first stops. And essentially we're kind of settling in to go for a bit of an overcut now with Colapinto. And Bortoleto is now 14, so we've got to get past him, it's key. He's now going to get some DRS off Sainz. Can Colapinto make the move? No. Bortoleto really benefiting from that DRS. Bortoleto definitely going backwards. As I say, he was in the top 10. He's gradually going down. I think he's the one that's causing a lot of the struggles for those drivers. Okay, I think we're too far back on the outside here. Bortoleto's lost the DRS to Sainz. So it is now key that we get past him as quickly as possible. Sainz is challenging Gasly ahead of us. Bortoleto just out of the DRS, so this should be the opportunity for us. Or Colapinto. pulls out nice and early. DRS is open. Bortoleto getting a bit of a slipstream off the cars ahead of him. But Colapinto is through on the inside. And he dispatches Bortoleto. And that was very much needed for his race. So up to P14. And he stayed on the DRS of Gasly. Let's look at tyre life up and down the grid then. So 56% from Bortoleto. Probably going to be one of the first in. As will Tsunoda and Hamilton. A lot of them using a lot of their tyre life. Colapinto will get DRS again here. So that will drag him closer to Gasly and Sainz. But yeah, Maloney has not yet had the pace in this race, but let's wait and see. What we needed to probably do is switch him to that one stop and get a lucky safety car at some point with Maloney. And that would work perfectly. Russell leads. He has broken the DRS to Verstappen momentarily there in second place. Bortoleto is staying in our DRS for now. I'm going to use a bit of battery out of here as well as the DRS. Now let's just make sure we stay with these. OP Joe, I'll be fully with you around lap 37 or 40. No worries, buddy. Lance Stroll, hello buddy, how's it going? The one and only, hope you're well. So yeah, we are getting a few little intervals in terms of breaking the DRS up and down the grid now. Leclerc has gone from third to first. Sainz, Gasly and Colapinto now in a bit of a DRS train, but we have broken the DRS to Bortoleto as Stroll has developed a fault. That could be key later on. Because Stroll is probably odds-on favourite for P10. Is this a Crofty replay or Stroll? Yeah. Crofty replays don't tell you the problem. But we can have a look at it on the telemetry shortly as we watch Gasly and Sainz fight. I'm doing some sim... No worries, buddy. You do what you need to do. Enjoy it. So Doohan is cleared Bortoleto behind us, still out of our DRS. So yeah, a bit of a DRS train here momentarily between ourselves, Gasly behind Sainz. Let's have a look then at what Stroll's issue is. Apart from his driving ability. Wait. ERS, so unlikely to be something that he retires from. Kyle, is this not 25? It's a 2025 mod on PC for F1 Manager 24. Beppe, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Just gonna have to go a bit aggressive there, Colapinto. He's losing a DRS near enough here. So yeah, Stroll's got an ERS issue. That won't be too bad. Probably won't, it's not really a retirement issue. If it gets significantly worse, then he will be slow. I think the AI are going for a little bit of a push here. Because we're suddenly losing a bit of time. And Doohan is all over the back of us. So the AI are going for a little bit of a push. And Doohan's going to be past us because he's absolutely flying suddenly. Oh, I said he's going to be past us, but Colapinto didn't like it very much. And he's through. He's back through. He holds on to that position. Sophie, thanks for the follow. But yeah, Colapinto's not got the DRS on Sainz though, so that's going to be a problem for him here with Doohan. What's the tyre life here? 49%, Hadjar 47. I mean, actually, Stroll and Albon's tyre life is pretty good here. Maloney's only 2.8 off Behrman now, in other news. Lucas, hello, buddy. Thanks for the gift. Always appreciated. Let's have a look at the last lap. So, Maloney 35.3, Behrman going very slow. Maloney lapping a lot quicker. Doohan just pulled out of 33.8. Where did that come from? The two Alpines were mighty quick on that last lap. They must have been pushing battery and fuel. But yeah, it looks like it's starting to cross over to that medium tyre because Maloney finally, should we say, finding some pace. Lucas Moorgift spoiling me out here. Thank you, buddy. Hope you're well. If you're jumping into the stream, if you haven't already, if you can take 1 second to just smash that like button, super appreciated, and it really does help me out. I hope you're all having a good Friday. As we continue on our merry way, Colapinto due to stop lap 16, so we've only got another 4 laps and he's going to be in. Those ahead of us, I think a few will be in a couple of laps earlier unless they're going to start protecting their tyres shortly. Cesano, thanks for the follow. Behrman now 2.1 off Behrman. Maloney, sorry, off Behrman, but at the back. So he should finally get to Ollie Behrman at some point. But Maloney going a lot longer in this race. I really enjoy this content. Thanks for the support. Random user, thanks for the follow. So DRS train now from Stroll down to Hulkenberg, 11th to 15th. So it's very tight this race. Got to be error free here. And yeah, as I say, pit stops could be key, and we've not got the best of pit stops here. So we've got to see what's tyres saying. We've currently got 5%, 4% margin on Sainz. I wonder if they're starting to protect their tyres now. Matt, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. DRS train is really killing us. And Lucas Moore gives, thank you, buddy. Super appreciated, mate. Pedro thought the races were on the weekend. It's not real. It's not real, buddy. But technically it is the weekend. Friday. Weekend starts now. So yeah, this DRS train is a bit not ideal. Leclerc has got a 2.7 second lead and good tyre life, so the Ferrari man looking pretty good up front. He's enjoying himself. Albon's got a 3-second lead on Stroll in P10 now. Man, I was filled for him. It looks so realistic. Should have known it was fake with Max in 7th. Yep. It's a shame that I don't think they'll do an F1 Manager 25. No, that's why they've made the updates to this game. And I think they would have announced it by now if it was coming out. Typically drops in July, so yeah. We'll be a couple of months off July in a couple of weeks, or in a week, next week. So yeah, I can't imagine there is going to be a 25. We had all those rumours end of the year that it had been cancelled, but still nothing official from Frontier. But I think the steps the change they've made to this game, future-proofing it, says they won't be doing it. As we're talking about that, Colapinto's having a look on Sainz again as we've got a yellow flag. Refleece, someone's had a lock-up or gone wide. Or a Spinalowski. It's Jack Doohan. He was in this battle at some point, wasn't he? Yeah, he just dropped back anyway.
The brakes couldn't cope. What caused that, I wonder?
Glad they've done the update for console. Yeah, I mean, as I play on PC, as Colapinto is finally getting past Carlos Sainz then, so we do get that move done. A pit window opening soon. Yes, indeed, Addy.
Here's the replay.
You go then, Colapinto does finally get through on Carlos Sainz on the inside, Carlos.
There.
And we make that move. But yeah, when they did that update, I did say it was more beneficial to console players because obviously PC players already had database enter and things we could do. But yeah, it's a really good update for console. Do you think Doohan's going to stay this season or get replaced by Franco? I hope they give him the year, but his performances haven't been great, have they? So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I think they'll give him to at least the summer break, though. But yeah, they're starting to protect their tyres a bit because the margin was sort of 5%, 6% on some of these, and now it's only 2%. So they're looking after their tyres. As Hamilton and Tsunoda are the first to pit. We've got DRS. Let's just have a look at this. Are we going to be able to get a double overtake? No. Can we get at least Pierre Gasly here on the inside? Try to force him out a little bit wide. We're going to have outside here, which will lead to the inside on the final right-hander. But no, we concede that position. Although, better traction. And now Gasly's a little bit out wide, pinched. And we're through then on Pierre Gasly.
Okay, good job there.
We've lost a bit of time to Stroll there. We need to catch up. We need to keep that DRS to protect ourselves from Gasly behind us. I think we've just about got it. As Bortoletto, Ocon, Doohan all into the bits as well. Yes, we did just about get DRS. Right, we want to attack here. I'm going to be in next lap with Colapinto. I hope he gets some points so at least he has a chance. Yeah, I think Doohan just needs some consistent drives. Error-free, basically, is the way for him at the moment. Right, we're trying to put Stroll under some pressure here. We really want to clear Stroll because we want to attack into our in-lap here. Oh, it's getting very congested. Gasly pushing, Sainz pushing, Antonelli and Verstappen into the pits. Right, we've got to get this done. Oh, but what's happened here? What happened there, Franco? I have no idea what happened there. Franco's just completely eased off the accelerator. And I decided to box them because we're just going to be behind two other cars. I don't know what happened there with Franco, but that's cost us. And we're coming in a lap earlier. Unfortunately, we're coming in right behind Carlos Sainz there. Maloney is past Behrman, it looks like, on track.
You're doing a good job at the moment.
See if we can get a replay of that then. So Zane Maloney has finally caught up with Ollie Behrman, and he's made that move. 5 were being held for the Williams. We were behind Sainz anyway, but yeah, that's not worked out too well there. But we'll see how we go. So Maloney up to P13. And waiting for Albon, Stroll and Gasly to pit, of course. Let's have Colapinto going for a bit of a push here. Because we want to try and stay with Sainz if we can. Keep that DRS. Got a yellow flag. Doohan's had another lock-up and he's just stopped, doesn't he?
So here we are following the
Jack Doohan dead last now. He's struggling. Talking about Doohan in real life, he's not doing too much better here, is he?
And they'll need to be mindful of the effect.
Doohan already taking his tyres down to 85%. Piastri and Alonso in. I just want to get Colapinto into Sainz's DRS, and we've got that. Gasly, Stroll and Albon in, so this is important. Don't think we'll be anywhere near Albon here, because he was 3 seconds up the road, was he? Gasly and Stroll, we were in a fight with them, but Colapinto, ourselves and Sainz have come in one lap earlier. Is it going to work, though? Not looking like it, is it? Oh, we've got past Gasly. Sainz has passed Stroll, but Stroll has maintained position on us. We will get DRS on Stroll, but of course he's now going to get DRS on Sainz. So, yeah, not worked out great for us there. Stroll's tyres won't be up to temp, though. Is Colapinto going to try and send one? He thought about it. Oh, no. Getting cursed in the virtual world too. Yeah, definitely. And Maloney's into the points. I don't think he'll be staying there. Behrman stayed with him, actually. Behrman might be overtaking him here, but Behrman's probably pushing because he's going to be in soon. Oh, this would be naughty through here, through Magnus and Beckett's. Colapinto, he's going to overtake Stroll, but he's not going to... Oh, he does get DRS because it was after the detection zone, so that's quite handy. Maloney needs to get rid of Behrman. Yeah, I think Behrman's going to pit anyway in the next lap or so. What do you think then, chat? Maloney is currently on the medium till lap 22. The current strategy that we're on is then to go for a two-stopper, 2 sets of softs. Or do you want to flip him over to the hard and go for a one-stop? Let me know in the chat. For Maloney, 2-stop or 1-stop. Now, we've lost a bit of time on Sainz here. And we're going to be fighting with Stroll now for quite a bit, I'd imagine. Stroll on the mediums. Richard says the 1-stop. Check what's faster. It says the 2-stop's faster, but it doesn't account for traffic and things like that. I'm quite tempted to go for the 1-stopper because we're already on a 2-stopper with Franco. Maloney's lost a position to Albon, but that's fine.
Keep focus on our race.
Norris into the pits. Behrman, we're now in front of Behrman. Oh, Behrman's now in front of Colapinto, so Colapinto's got a bit of traffic to deal with. Needs to get past him quickly. So this is causing a bit of a traffic jam. Behrman down to 32% on those mediums. They've absolutely had it. They're cooked. But Sainz is being able to pull out a 3-second gap here, and he's going to get past Maloney here, is he? No, not quite. Can Maloney do a bit of a hold-up job on him
Try
here?
to slow down a bit.
Colapinto is past Behrman. Just trying to hold Sainz up a bit.
Use overtake.
Because Colapinto's lost 4 seconds in that battle.
Are you ready?
Yeah, copy.
Which is pretty disgusting.
More charge.
Copy.
Yeah, Colapinto lost 4 seconds getting past Behrman there to Sainz. And he's probably going to lose out to Stroll because Stroll's going to have DRS. Trying to defend against Sainz here. We've put Maloney to deploy. And yes, we are becoming a little bit of a nuisance for Sainz.
Copy.
So this is good. Good team play. Pierre, thanks for the follow. Sainz going to go through here. Nope.
You're doing a good job on tires.
Here we go. Just got to try and hold him up through here. Colapinto's got a second off him. He's got back down to well, under 3 seconds now. This is working well. Really no chance to defend here, though.
Yeah.
And Stroll is getting past Colapinto, looks like in the background.
Keep focus on our race. The Stroll straight behind.
Gonna try and stay with Sainz, try and get in front of him again and hold him up a bit. How's Maloney's tyre life? That's fine. It's lap 22, so yeah, we're fine on this for now.
Overtake available.
But yeah, Maloney's done a good job there because Stroll and Colapinto have been able to catch up with Sainz now. We go DRS, bit of battery.
More charge, more charge.
Copy.
Need the maximum level of liftoff.
Actually, I'm just going to attack now. I'm going to push him away now.
We have a bit margin to push.
Right, Maloney
more
back past Sainz. I'm going to push him now because I don't want him to cause Colapinto to get stuck in a bit of a traffic jam here.
Copy.
So they should still have the pace, but I'm not going to be going slow. So yeah, we're going to switch Maloney to the one stopper then. Mix it up a bit, I think. Let's try and get these tyres a little bit longer though, isn't it? So... Oh my god, he's got the car either side of him here. It's a bit of a sandwich Maloney's in. Right, he's going to lose a bit of time here doing this, but I need him to get out of the way of Franco. So we've got a yellow flag.
Copy.
Hulkenberg's locked up. He's behind us, so that's not going to affect us. Right, here we go. Colapinto past Sainz again. His teammate will get out of the way. Maloney will probably lose positions to Sainz and Gasly as well here, though. Although that has worked out quite nicely there. That's absolutely worked out fantastically well there. That could have worked better, allowing Colapinto through. Right, lap 25 we're trying to get these tyres to now. We will be lapped though, won't we? Yeah, we should be. Yeah, we will be lapped. So we've got another yellow flag. Please be a safety car. No. Safety car would be massive for us. As Doohan has had another lock. Doohan's third lockup. I think it is. Jack Doohan. He's been upset in the chat. Doohan's locked up 3 times now.
Yeah, copy. Oh,
Right, Maloney can just keep DRS on his teammate. That would be helpful. And Colapinto is having a look at Stroll, but they're now 6 seconds behind Alex Albon here. I'm going to try and break the DRS to Stroll here, hoping Stroll's struggling with that battery. Albon is on the softs though. Is he going soft mediums then? Tyre history, Albon has gone soft, so Albon will be on the mediums at the end.
Everything is ready.
copy.
Suggest a small lift off.
Trying to break this DRS to Stroll. Quite difficult though. Proving difficult. Can't abuse our tyres too much. We've not got too much to play with. I'm going to use most of the battery here as well by the looks of it. Well, let's just see if we can break this DRS. Come on, Franco. And if you're in the stream, if you haven't already, do smash that like button. Super appreciate it. And get involved in the live chat. Ah, this is frustrating as we used all our battery and we can't shake Stroll. Not going to be able to do it. Ah, that is difficult. So although we've just about broken it, he's going to keep in the slipstream and he will get that DRS back. However, by doing that, we have got Gasly out of the way, so at least we're not battling with 2 cars there. Is there still a sneaky chance of points here today? 5 seconds off Albon. Albon's on the softs, got to finish on the mediums. We're on the mediums, finishing on the softs. So outside chance, I'd say, especially with Stroll having that issue. If that issue gets worse, it may well be between Colapinto and Albon for that last points position.
Try to recover your previous rhythm.
Ralph, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Maloney being overtaken, but of course he's on a completely different strategy now. And he's going for that one stop. I'm not sure the one stop is going to work, but we'll soon find out. Have we got another set of mediums with Maloney? We have, yeah. So if there was a safety car, we've still got options. No, I think Maloney really is going to have to come in this lap. So laps, well, a couple of laps too early, but again, we will be lapped, so that'll take 1 lap out of the way.
Copy.
And there we go. Stroll still on Colapinto. That is highly frustrating at the moment. Can't shake Lance Stroll, even with that ERS issue that he's got. He's still managing to fight us. But with only 4 seconds off Albon, if we can just stay with Stroll. Lap 24.52. Russell leads again. Is everyone? Yeah, everyone's on a net pit stop now. Charles was leading. What's happened to Charles in the end? Oh, he went a lot later on his stop, so Charles might be in for the running at the end. But let's just forward on then. Get Maloney in, and he is in now. So Maloney, first stop of the day, probably going to be right at the back of the field again. He might just be ahead of Doohan, because Doohan's been, having his own adventure at the back there. Doohan down to 49%, so yeah, Doohan's not going to be a threat even if he is ahead of us. Behrman should get a good undercut on us, but Behrman himself has already used 18% of that medium. He's going mediums, Behrman, so he's stopping again. That's a 2.8 second stop. That's average for us at the moment.
Quite clear going out.
There is Behrman. It'll be nice if we're ahead of Behrman, which looks like we will be. That's worked then. Clean air for Maloney. And let's just get those tyres up to temp. So yeah, Maloney's just going to push on his merry way now. I do want to use a bit of battery. I don't want Behrman getting anywhere near us, really. Behrman on a softer tyre. So he might be catching up with us because he's taking a good few temps out of us. While we get these hards in the window.
Copy.
And the problem is, when someone's in your DRS, it's very hard to shake them off, as we've seen with Stroll and Colapinto. And Colapinto's dropped back on Stroll now. Shelzy, thanks for the follow. Behrman is going to get into our DRS. So this is, yeah. DRS on this game is one of the biggest problems. It's hard to break the DRS. So Colapinto, we're going to lap 36 with him. Maloney is going all the way to the end, of course. But he is going to have Behrman getting past him, unfortunately. Stroll's ERS issue has got worse. That is good news for Colapinto, but Colapinto is 6 seconds now off Albon, so needs a bit of luck, does Colapinto, to try and score a point here today. And here comes Behrman then. He's on the medium, so he's a step softer on his tyres. But they are down to 77%, so he's going to have to pit on where the horse got a yellow flag. The longer yellow flag. Is that Yuki Tsunoda?
Tires.
It was Yuki Tsunoda running wide.
Now we see this was at turn 15. And that won't help their chances. And they'll find themselves at a disadvantage if they keep on doing that.
Addy undercut Albon maybe. Yeah, the only problem is we're due to go on softs. So I haven't got much tyre life there. Have we got another? We haven't got another set of mediums for Colapinto, so we're kind of restricted. Being on the medium tyre, it's going to be hard to undercut him because we'd be throwing away quite a bit of tyre life. So yeah, it's difficult really. Maloney is keeping Behrman behind. Let's forward on for a bit because there's not too much happening on track. I think Behrman and Maloney might be fighting for the next few laps. But Stroll's ERS issue has got worse, but we're not really gaining on him quite significantly. Gasly, we can't really shake, but he's on the softs as well. Yeah, we've got Pierre Gasly all over us. These Alpines are odd today. They've had little spells where they've been absolutely pushing to the max. Let's just attack with Colapinto. He's got a bit of tyre life. Try and attack back up to Lance Stroll. I kind of need that DRS now off Stroll to protect ourselves from Gasly. Because Pierre Gasly is really going for it here. Colapinto, though, won't let him have it easy. Gasly trying to keep in there. Colapinto a little bit out wide, but he'll maintain the position. It's not helping us get close to Stroll, though, this fight. Maloney is still keeping Behrman behind him. Oh, but we're really struggling to get to Lance Stroll here, aren't we? Gasly down to 53%. I think unfortunately today, as I say, we've not really got the pace in the car, so we're trying our best. But it is always going to be unlikely to get points. And as you can see in spells in this race, even the Alpine is quicker than us, so it's a difficult one. Russell leads, Piastri second, Verstappen third, but I think there's still a lot to play for up front. Maloney is near enough beating the DRS to Behrman, so Behrman might leave him alone finally. Here comes Franco Colapinto on Lance Stroll. Stroll got an ERS issue, so he'll be slow out of some of these corners. And here comes Colapinto then. Inside. Should be moving up to P11, but Alex Albon has a 7.5 second lead. Stroll is not giving this up either. And Colapinto has to concede and move back to 12th place. Yeah, I just don't think a point is... We're going to need something to happen in the top 10 for a point, because Albon, 8 seconds is going to be too much for us to overcome, I think, unfortunately. As Hulkenberg's into the pits, this should allow Maloney to move up. But let's see if Colapinto can get this move done on Stroll. Lost a bit of time there, it looks like, though. 6 attempts might be too much, but as I say, Stroll's probably going to be slow out of some of these corners with no ERS. Here we go. Are we going to send it on the inside? Franco is going to send it on the inside. And he is through into P11. But I don't think, as we tried earlier, we tried to shake off Stroll and we couldn't. So this might continue to be the way all the way to the end of Colapinto, Stroll and Gasly. Interesting though, isn't it? Because Albon's 10th, Sainz is in 14th. And he's, what, 60, nearly 20 seconds off his teammate. So Albon's got some good pace, but not so much Carlos Sainz. Maloney then has jumped Hulkenberg, who stopped. Hulkenberg has gone on to the hards as well. And he's 14 seconds behind Maloney. So Maloney might have the beating of Behrman, Hulkenberg and Doohan now. Richard Colapinto on a 2-stop. He is indeed. He's due to stop lap 36. So we're on lap 30. So 6 more laps. Colapinto will be in. Have to use a little bit of this battery because we've just broke the DRS to Stroll, but he's going to get a tow. Got to hope his ERS issue again. It's going to cause him problems. So I haven't really got the tyre life to play with Franco at the moment. Stroll hasn't got DRS, but Gasly has. These guys are going to make the move. He kind of needs Stroll to keep him behind here, and he does. That could be crucial because Stroll is struggling out of some of the corners because his ERS problem. 1.4 now to Stroll. 1.5. This is good now. Because he might not benefit from a tow at least. And if he can just keep Gasly behind until the next DRS, that could give us a 2-second breather. And he is doing so. Yeah, up to 1.7. Nice. This is working better for us now. Drop back to standard. Okay, 1.8. Albon's going to stop soon, actually. I wonder if Maloney... How far back is... it's a 22-second stop. So... What's that? 110. No, Maloney's too far off, so Albon will come out in front of Maloney. I was wondering if Maloney could do a hold-up job. Not going to happen, though, unfortunately. Maloney is 3 seconds off Lawson, and they're all going to be coming in soon. And if you're jumping in for the first time, as I always say in our streams, we stay on track for most of the action, but at the moment, we've not got anything going on, so we will just forward on. Gasly's cleared Stroll. And I've got to hope that he doesn't push too hard to get back into our DRS. Piastri's into the pits. Maloney's got a bit of fuel that he can use. Tsunoda also into the pits. Gasly is gaining on us. I just don't think we've got the pace today. There you go. Gasly straight back with us. And he's dragging Stroll with him. Bit of frustrating old race, this is. We're trying to push as much as we can. What do we get into lap 36? Gasly's going to be in soon. I got the same idea to fan Albon and Maloney. Yeah, I was thinking that could work, but unfortunately, Albon's going to be out quite a few seconds ahead of Maloney. And he's not really going to have any traffic, Albon, so that's a nice stop for them. Colapinto, Gasly has now got DRS, so as I say, becoming a little bit of frustration here. Can't seem to shake these off, but we need something to happen ahead of us if we're to gain a point here. Because at the moment, it looks like we're fighting for P11, which is horrible. P11, obviously no points. Doesn't matter if we finish P11 or 22nd, really, at that point. Gasly is down to 36%, though, so we have got a 10% margin on him. He will undercut us. What did I say? I've already forgot what the pit loss was. 22 seconds, so 61... Yeah, Maloney won't even... Gasly will be ahead of Maloney, won't he, as well, which is annoying. Can't even hold Gasly up. Last lap, 132.6. Yeah, Gasly has got some pace in him when he wants it. Maloney's doing a 132.5, which is a second quicker. So, if Gasly stays out for another few laps, then he probably would cut that, but... Gasly's not going to stay out for that long, I don't think. What was Gasly on? Gasly's gone softs as well. So Gasly is going to be on the slower tyre, medium, for that final run. Maloney has caught up to Liam Lawson, and Ocon's going to jump into the pits, which is nice. Means we don't get a DRS train there. Maloney just going about his work quite nicely. Here comes Pierre Gasly then. Can't get through there, though. Nate the Farmer, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Russell still leads. I'll have a look at that once everyone's stopped to see how that's shaping up, because I think Leclerc's going for quite a long... No, he's not actually. We'll see. See what's happening up front towards the end here. But Gasly is really pushing because he's close to coming into the pits here. I think Gasly will be in at the end of this lap. The bolt on some mediums for the rest of this race. Colapinto is going to go for another couple of laps. And we'll just go full out attack as soon as Gasly pits, because we don't want a significant undercut on us. But I'm fully expecting Gasly to peel away into the pits here. And there he goes. Gasly is in then. Let's have Colapinto push now.
Copy.
Alonso and Gasly into the pits. Maloney is very close to Liam Lawson now. Are we going to see a move from Zane Maloney here? I think we well are. We sure are. Maloney is through. Oh no, Lawson, don't fight it back. Don't ruin it. Maloney should have better traction though through here. Because Lawson down to 34% tyres. Gasly. Oh, as Albon's getting held up lovely by Carlos Sainz here. That's very nice, but I think that wouldn't happen in real life, would it? Sainz would be out of the way very quickly there, but yeah. 16 seconds, is that correct? Oh, wow. Yeah, the fight with Albon's over then, because Gasly has come out 16 seconds behind Albon, so Albon's got a significant undercut there. Yellow flag, please be a virtual. It's not going to happen, is it? No. Virtual or safety car would be massive. Gasly's ran wide. They must have just missed that.
Now just keep your eyes on Gasly here. Just a bit too wide at that point.
And he's lost time there. That is good for us. Very good. Because he could have got an undercut on us. He might still get that undercut on us. But he's going to be less in front of us than he would have been without going wide there. So that's beautiful. Maloney is on Hadjar now. Where will Maloney finish here? Maloney started dead last, and obviously that pit lane start lost him 4 seconds off the start, so he was last plus 4 seconds, if you like.
On your race now.
Oh, Hadjar's going to get DRS off Gasly, is he? Ideally not. Come on, Zane. I'm going to use a bit of battery, Zane. I'm going to give you a bit of a boost.
Use overtake.
Zane Maloney, finally, in the last third of this race, is having a bit of racing. And there he goes, on the outside of Isaac Hadjar. And his teammate Lawson on the inside, Hadjar on the outside. And Maloney is up to 15th.
You are doing a good job there. At the moment, we have P15.
And Colapinto's going to be in at the end of this lap. Maloney actually 2 seconds behind Gasly, so Colapinto might be the car up the road for Maloney once Colapinto now stops.
No overtake now.
Oh, I forgot that we had his battery on there. That's fine, we can top up a bit. Right, here comes Colapinto then. We're right at the end of this pit lane. We do not want an error, fingers crossed. 2.8 or under is fine for us. But we had that awful 10-second stop, didn't we? 2.7. We take that. We'll take that. Right, where is Pierre? Where's the Frenchman? There's Gasly. Sainz has stopped, which is good. And it looks like Colapinto has easily cleared Gasly. Gasly running wide then has made that very easy for Colapinto indeed. So Colapinto runs P12. Stroll yet to stop. And Albon, though, is 16 seconds up the road. So as I say, that's not going to be doable. So we're going to need a bit of drama in the top 10 to give us a chance at a point. Because at the moment, it looks like Colapinto would finish best of the rest in P11. What's Maloney saying? He's now 14th. Gasly... Yeah, Maloney's kind of looking behind him now, isn't he? Because Sainz is on the softs. That's going to be very difficult for Maloney. Behrman, I think he's safe. I think Maloney's on for 15th now here, though. This should be a good result from 22nd. 7 places up where he started. But there's not too much going on now, is there? We forward on. Chat, as always, make sure you're having a look at my fuel, because I'm bound to forget. Let's just have a look at where Stroll comes out. Will Maloney jump him? I think he will just, but Stroll will get back past Maloney. And there we go, just about past him. But Stroll, probably is on some softs, as we can see on the car there and on the graphic. So Stroll has got that issue, but I fully expect him to get past Maloney, and I expect Sainz to get past Maloney as well. They're on fresh softs. Maloney 2 steps harder on the tyre and down to 66%. Other than Stroll and Sainz, I think 15th should be pretty good for Maloney. I don't think there's any threat behind. Colapinto 4.5 seconds ahead of Gasly now, so it looks like the threat from behind for Colapinto has gone. But yeah, 14 seconds to Albon, so that's going to be too much. It's a second a lap, basically, he's got to take out of him. Everyone's stopped out front, and Russell leads by 2 tenths, potentially, from Max Verstappen. Very close. Piastri, Hamilton, Norris, Leclerc. 10 seconds between the top 6, but it looks like top 3 or 4 still in with a shout. Let's say we don't forward the track action too much, but at the moment, we're literally in no man's land with both drivers. Maloney has got Stroll on him, but I'm not going to fight that. It's just unrealistic that we're going to keep him behind on those tyres. So Maloney just going to go to the end now. But we'll go on board as we're about to see Stroll, I think, get past Maloney, and then Sainz will be up our gearbox in a couple of laps' time.
Yeah, copy.
And there we go, Stroll. As I say, we're not going to fight that too hard. Unrealistic that we can fight Stroll. Let's say we're now fighting for P15, which I think will be fine for us now.
Keep focus on our race.
So let's have a look at these last laps. Colapinto went 1.5 seconds quicker than Albon last lap. So it is coming down, but there's going to be a crossover where that medium gets quicker. Colapinto, the gap is not going to be as big as 16 seconds when it started. It is going to come down, I think, maybe to less than 10 seconds. We'll see. As Carlos Sainz has arrived on Maloney. So as we were forecasting, here comes Carlos Sainz. Maloney thought about fighting it hard and then... no, he is fighting it hard though. So Sainz is made to wait. Which is not good for Sainz trying to fight Stroll here today. Sainz not really having a good race when he sees his teammate in 10th. And he's, what? Just over 20 seconds behind Alex Albon is Carlos Sainz. Not too good from the Spaniard. Doing is 15 seconds off 21st place in 22nd. Verstappen now leads. Russell second. Looks like it's a two-way race now. Piastri's fallen 5 seconds back. Stroll's not doing too bad considering he's got that significant ERS issue. Let's have a look at this then. Carlos Sainz getting the job done, no doubt, on Zane Maloney this time round. Is he? Ooh, he's still a little bit far back, but he should have much better traction with those soft tyres. And Maloney wants to fight him though, but he has to concede. And there we go. Maloney P15. This is where we're expecting him to finish. There are drivers with better tyre life behind us, but I think they're too far behind us. Bortoleto, the closest man, is 12. Then it's 22 seconds to Hulkenberg. So I think Maloney is safe there in P15. He might even get a bit of DRS on Carlos Sainz and try a re-overtake on this. And he's going to be too far back. Well, that's fine. He can stay with him as long as possible. Might bring him closer to Stroll. What are their tyres? 77%. Yeah, we'd need a significant drop-off in their tyres for that to cross over. So I don't think we'll be able to stay with Sainz. Colapinto is kind of settled now, isn't it? Staying around 11 seconds. Colapinto got a bit of fuel he can use. That might get him under 11 seconds. It has. Yeah, he's definitely
no problem.
diffused the fight with Gasly being on a softer tyre because Gasly's dropped 7 seconds back now. Maloney, I think he's just lost the DRS, hasn't he? No, he just had it, but we won't have it next lap. But let's forward on then, really, till the end here, unless there's going to be any drama, because... or if Colapinto does get significantly close to Albon, but I don't think that's going to happen, because, as I say, it's got to be a second a lap, and he's not taking that out at the minute. And Maloney, yeah, falling off the DRS to Sainz now. Bortoleto 15 seconds back, though, so we're absolutely fine on that. Good drive from Maloney, really. Just switch to the one-stop. No issues, and he'd really never fight with these guys because he's too far back, but he's significantly ahead of those behind him, so up 7 places, we'll take that. And Colapinto, it's going to be a bit frustrating, really, because he's going to just be outside the points. Doesn't look like we're going to have any retirements, all 22 running. Russell and Verstappen crashing out would be very much appreciated up front. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen, does it? And Hamilton's now in P3. He's getting quite close, actually. 60%. No one's got a significant... Well, Norris got a bit of a tyre delta, but he's too far back, but maybe he's not. Colapinto has got it down to under 10 seconds, but again, it's not going down quick enough. We're fine on fuel now. Yeah, just heading to the end, really. This one sort of heated out in the end, really. Stroll and Gasly fighting. Though Stroll has actually caught up to Gasly in the end, and Sainz might make that a freeway battle. But yeah, Maloney's basically got a pit stop on Bortoleto now. Colapinto within 8 seconds now of Albon. Where are the leaders? Are we going to be lapped? Maloney will be lapped, but Colapinto won't be. So Maloney's going to lose a bit of time shortly to the leaders. Is anyone really struggling on tyres? No, we're not going to have any punctures. We'll jump on board towards the end, see what's going on up front, but Hamilton did get within 4 seconds. He's dropped back now to 7, so it looks like it is going to be that 2-horse race between Russell and Verstappen. Russell leads, Verstappen second. Russell on the softs, Verstappen on the mediums, so quite a difference for the two leaders. Maloney has let the leaders through. He's still got 20 seconds to Bortoleto, so that's absolutely fine. Colapinto is within 7 seconds of Albon. We might see Albon's rear wing at the end of this race, although the tyres are now going to cross over. But yeah, he wasn't far away, Colapinto. all, was he, really? 6 seconds, it's probably going to be the gap. So Colapinto was close enough to getting a point. But I say close enough. He wasn't close enough to get you a point. He was close, but not close enough. That's it. That's English for you. And Albon, who's in 10th, looks like he might lap Doohan by the end of this race. Russell and Verstappen then. Still, Verstappen has DRS on Russell, just about on the same tyre life, but Verstappen on a slower compound tyre. You've got to feel it's Russell's race now. Maloney making way for other leaders now, 3rd and 4th place, and now he's got 5th, 6th and 7th to get out of the way, so he's going to lose a bit of time. Colapinto under 6 seconds now to Albon. OP Joe, hello buddy. You join us right at the end, buddy. I hope you're well. Thanks for coming back. Oh, don't want to be doing that. There we go. Well, we start the final lap, but Verstappen has actually dropped off Russell here. Looks like they were getting through some traffic. Getting through that Gasly, Stroll and Sainz fight, and that's cost Verstappen the battle for the lead here, it looks like, because Russell's got a 2.2 second gap. So he is going to win this race, is George Russell. Oh, I'm so bad at F1 24. Someone said F3. That's not very nice, is it? Practice makes perfect, as they say.
We need to increase slightly a bit more the lift off.
Oh, George Russell, though, is going to win in front of his home crowd for Mercedes. He watched his teammate Lewis Hamilton last year, but Lewis is no longer in the team. George is leading that Mercedes team now, and he comes to Silverstone in 2025. He's going to round these final corners. He fended off Max Verstappen, and George Russell wins in Silverstone. Verstappen is going to be second, and Colapinto then
it. First over the line.
Gets within, under 6 seconds then to Albon, which is highly frustrating. Just didn't quite have the pace. Needed another 10th or 2 a lap, and we've been very close. Maloney finishes because he's been lapped, but here comes Colapinto. Still half a lap to go. Solid race from him, really. As I say, just didn't have the pace to challenge for 10th place. We thought it would be with Stroll. I think Stroll was hampered by that issue, but Albon built a gap early on, and then it was just really too much for us to close. But Colapinto has still put in a good drive. This car really should be finishing between 13th and 16th. That's where Maloney's finished, making that one-stop work. Colapinto outperforms the car to get to P11. But as I say, it's quite frustrating when one more place would have got us a single point. But Albon is about to finish then, and Colapinto is going to be the last driver to get the checkered flag here in Silverstone. Franco Colapinto, P11, and Maloney, P15. I somehow made Williams have the most dominant car ever in the second season, winning every race, because I did no upgrades and only did research. Nice, Lucas. Yeah, if you go heavy on that research, pays you well for next season.
Back to their teams, we see Carlos Sainz.
Don't know why we're seeing Sainz, but there we go. And Sol, thanks for the follow. Right, here we go then. Full classification then. George Russell, as we saw, won the race. Max Verstappen up 1 to 2nd. Lewis Hamilton finishes 3rd. Piastri 4th. Lando Norris 5th. Antonelli up 2 to 6th. Leclerc 7th. Yuki Tsunoda 8th. Alonso 9th. And as we know all too well there, Alex Albon finished 10th. Our drivers, Franco Colapinto, started 16th, up 5 places to 11th. So solid drive from him. Misses out on the points by 6 seconds. And then Zane Maloney started from the pit lane, so he started 22nd, but that pit lane exit at the start of the race was so slow, he was actually 4 seconds off the back of the grid, so made up those 4 seconds, plus 7 places to finish P15. So I think, to be honest, both drivers, solid drive. We're not expecting points. It's just a bit disappointing when we get that close, but 11th and 15th, good drive from both of those. Drivers' Championship then, this is very tight, so I'm interested in seeing what happens here. This is a halfway stage of this season because we're doing 20 races this season. This was the 10th race. So what are we looking like halfway through? There's been no changes in the top 10. That's boring, isn't it? Well, it's George Russell still leading. So he extends his lead by 12 points on Lewis Hamilton, his old teammate. But Hamilton loses 3 points to Verstappen. So Verstappen just 3 points behind Hamilton now. Then we've got Leclerc, Piastri and Norris. So the top 6 still all in contention for the title. But you'd have to say Leclerc, Piastri and Norris starting to fall back a little bit now. So they need to do some work on Verstappen, Hamilton and Russell. But still anyone in the top 6 could win it. But it's very tight between the top 3. Just 15 points between Russell, Hamilton and Verstappen. 3 different drivers, of course, but 3 different teams in that top 3. Zane Maloney stays 10th and Colapinto stays 14th for us. Constructors, Ferrari continue to lead the way, but a good weekend for Mercedes, who jump McLaren. So Mercedes up to 2nd. But yeah, what's Ferrari lead there? That is 87 points. Is that right? No, 67 points. Miles off of 87. 67 points. I think my quick maths were correct there. 67 points, I believe, Ferrari's lead is there. McLaren and Mercedes actually on the exact same points there in 2nd and 3rd. Red Bull in 4th. Very much the Red Bull of real life. Max Verstappen is getting their points. They've got 204. Max Verstappen has got 164 of them. So 40 have come from a combination of Lawson and Tsunoda. That's why they're not in the battle for the constructors. Aston Martin, 5th is going to be theirs this season. We hold on to 6th still, but Williams do take a point out of us. So they're on 10. We're on 18. RB in 8th with 2. And Alpine, Kick Sauber and Haas yet to score. Did we get any pit stop points? I doubt it. No, we did not. So we do stay 10th because Haas don't get any either. So we take that. Should have done our sponsors target as well. We do. So we get a nice $1.1 million in the bank. Brilliant stuff. Well, that wasn't too bad. As I say, disappointing not to get points, but we've got to be realistic and this car shouldn't be getting points. We can actually show that on screen, to be fair. So we've got our new rear wing done, so we want to be manufacturing that for next time we're here. Oh, and Franco Colapinto has gone up to 79, so that's nice to see. Yeah, I can just show you the car analysis. Really cornering is king. So as you can see, we're 15th low speed, 17th medium speed, 13th high speed. So I'd say on average, we're probably 15th to 16th. So as I say, anywhere between 13th and 16th, I'm expecting us to finish. That's where Maloney did finish. Colapinto 11th. So outperformed the car. Can't moan about that. But that is going to bring this one to a close. So if you're new around here, we stream this every Tuesday and Friday. So if you like what you've seen, please do follow or subscribe on the platform that you've been watching on today. If you do like this content as well, most of it is housed on YouTube. Not just these live streams, but all episodes that drop 2 episodes a week on a Monday and Thursday. So if you watched on TikTok or Twitch, head to my profile. In the profile, go to the bio, click the YouTube link and subscribe and check out the Maserati playlist over there. But as I say, we'll be back on Tuesday from 7 p.m. where we'll continue this series. Thanks for everyone who's jumped in, follows and subscribes, all the likes and all the comments. Wishing you a good weekend and hopefully